This video will clear one doubt that all AI enthusiasts, SEO consultants, and founders may have about LLM visibility. Make sure to watch it till the end. In simple words, in daily life example, let's call it as ChatGPT optimization. And let's take only examples. We have been using Google for information for a very long period. If I search for top digital marketing institutes in Mumbai, it gives me their names, information, and their websites. So appearing in Google is visibility for your brand. It was possible through a process called search engine optimization. But now we are here in 2026. We are using ChatGPT for the same question. Because it is AI, so it is quick, clever, and very user friendly. Now brands want visibility here because their audience are searching here. That's why they are calling it LLM optimization, ChatGPT optimization, ChatGPT SEO, so on and so forth. Can you rank here? And if I say no, you may ask, how are other companies listed here? Why not us? Let's get to the reality. How ChatGPT is giving answers. GPT means Generative Pre-trained Transformer. The model is trained on huge and massive sets of data. That means the model has some knowledge. It is like a person who read a book that has 100 chapters. If you ask him any question, and if it was within those 100 chapters, he will answer you instantly because he read all those chapters. ChatGPT also works in a similar way. It can answer in its knowledge capacity. The other companies, institutes, and people that you are seeing were part of their training data. That's why ChatGPT has picked them as an answer. Now let's get to the other side of it, which is very important to be aware of. Remember, the model's purpose is to predict the next word as accurately as possible. The moment you ask the top digital institutes in Mumbai, it don't look for people, it don't look for names. It just look at the words that you entered and try to match them with the words in its training data to predict what comes next. And that's what it is trained for. It waves the words that best suit the context and continues the response from there. That's how you get an answer. It has nothing to do with people, brands, or their credibility. Its job is to generate text. And that's why you see ChatGPT giving answers even that do not exist. That doesn't make sense sometimes. It just generates because that's what it is trained for. So we got two answers here. First, to appear in ChatGPT, you have to be a part of its training data. But nobody has control over it except for OpenAI and how it chooses. That's how other people and companies are appearing in ChatGPT. But the model gets refined in cycles, so there is a little chance. I believe you genuinely have to be successful as a brand, personal brand, a product or a service, so you were mentioned across different platforms through interviews, headlines, even through reviews and ratings. That's how you become a part of training data. Second thing, you ask the same question multiple times, it might give the same answer. But look at the change in words, sentences, and framing. They change. And it's a good example to tell that the model purpose is to generate or predict next possible words. You cannot optimize directly. I will explain how SEO helps you appear in ChatGPT in the next video, and how has that become possible now, and how is ChatGPT using web search and RAG frameworks for updated information and data-backed responses. If this video has clarified any of your doubts, please subscribe and share it with your friends who needs this information. I would appreciate if you type part 2 in comments so I'll know you are interested in knowing how SEO is going to play a big role in AI visibility.